The only way to get your life right is to get your mind right. If you are not in the right mind space, you cannot get your life right. So in 2026, you are going to get your mind right so that you can get your life right. Hello, my name is Kenya. Welcome to my channel. On this side of the internet, you will go from messy to meaningful with words of encouragement and words of hope. So, how do you get your mind right? First thing first, start by forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself for letting people treating you poorly, for letting them take away your peace, for letting them take away your money, your time, your energy, your overall well being. When you can accept where you are, and be content with some of the poor choices that you make, then you are freeing yourself from the guilt and now you can move on. So, the next thing you're going to do is forgive the person or the people who mistreat you. Remember that forgiveness is for you and it's not for them. Some people are going to feel like you haven't forgiven them. And the reason being is because the relationship or the friendship is not the same. Before, you didn't have any boundaries. Now you set boundaries. And because they cannot cross that boundaries, they believe that you haven't forgiven them. Some people believe that forgiveness it's about I forgive you, picked up where you left off and move on. And in some cases that happens, but it's not going to happen in all cases. You are setting boundaries to protect yourself. You're not setting boundaries because you don't like them. You're not setting boundaries because you hate them. You're not setting boundaries because you haven't forgiven them. You are setting boundaries to protect yourself, to protect your mind, to protect your peace, because you do not want to end up in the same situation that you have been in before. That is the reason why you are setting boundaries. And you will know that you forgive these people or this person because true forgiveness is when you're happy for that person that hurt you. It's when you're happy for their win. It's when you're happy for their success. And that is an indication that you are healing. That healing is taking place. And that is where you want to be. You want to be in a mind space where you feel free. You don't have on the you don't ha- You're not holding on to these hurt and anger anymore. So you are free. Now that you know that, it's time for you to move on. So here is the thing. You cannot keep blaming others for your situation forever. Yes, even though that may be true, at some point, you have to let go of the hurt. You have to let go of the disappointment, the abandonment, the lack of absentee from parents and move on. You are not a child anymore, and it's time for you to start acting like an adult. You are an adult and you are responsible for yourself. You are responsible for your own happiness. You are responsible for your peace. How you show up for yourself, it's your responsibility. It's on you. And the first responsibility that God gave you is for you to steward over yourself. He said your body is his temple. And when your mind is temple is not aligned, then that is a problem. That means you're not a good steward and you're not steward out over his temple. So you need to make sure that you get those things off your mind so that you can take care of yourself. You are responsible for yourself. So you need to get out of your head and let go certain things and get your mind right so that you can get your life right. The victim mentality is not going to work in 2026. So get that clear. Yes, you have gone through some things. Yes, you have experienced some things. And yes, you are allowed to feel those things. You're allowed to feel angry. Allowed to feel the rage. You are allowed to feel because someone has hurt you. So you are allowed to feel. So it's not that you're dismissing what had happened to you. No, you're not. But what I'm saying, you cannot stay in that space forever. You have to pick up yourself and move on. Because if you stay in that space forever, you are giving your abuser power over you. Your abuser win. You need to take your power back. You need your power back. And the only way to get your power back is to get your mind right so that you can get your life right. That is the way to move on. getting your mind right. And you cannot do anything if you're not thinking clearly. You cannot do anything if your mind is fuzzy. You cannot do anything if you are, constantly angry because someone hurt you. You have to get away from that victim mindset. So how do you get out of that mindset? First, well, you have to go to therapy. You can start exercising, start journaling, start write down the things that is happening to get those things off your mind, get them off your chest, put them in a journal, and find a support group. You can go to church and have a routine for yourself. This is important, to have a routine for yourself and stick to it. You are looking out for you and you are taking care of you. So block out the noise and stay focused. A routine, I know there's 24 hours in a day. And of course, you might be working, busy, everyone is busy. But take an hour or two out of the day for yourself. Once a week, you can say, you know what? I'm going to draw myself a bubble bath. You're going to sit, because you don't have to really leave the house to take an hour or two for yourself. You're going to sit down in that bath and you're going to soak just by yourself. Just tune out the noise. Just focus. You are taking care of yourself. You can get your hair done, get your nails done. Just spend time with yourself every day. That is the way that you can, relax and take time for yourself. And what you're going to do is start being intentional about the things you do for yourself, and you will change your life. If you are intentional, like you have a schedule, like a routine, like this is what I'm doing for myself so that I can be healed, so that I can be the best, so that I can be my best self. You're going to be intentional about the things that you're doing. As for mothers spend so much time taking care of the children, the spouse, the home. They have little or no time for themselves. But you know what? Sometimes mothers said, well, I am busy. I have the children. I have to take care of them. Oh, once the children are older, they're gone off to college. Now I'm going to take time and pour into myself. Well, you know what? Tomorrow is not promised for anyone. Tomorrow is not promised for anyone. So you have to get out of that mindset and start today. You have to say, today is the day I am going to start. Enough is enough. I am going to do something for myself. It doesn't matter how small it is. Once there is an adult in the house, somebody to watch over the kids, pick up yourself, go for a walk. Do something. Go sit outside on the park bench and just watch the people go by. Watch the bird. Just do something for yourself. Something for so that you can just relax. And that is how you are going to get your mind right so that you can get your life right. Because once your mind is right, you will get your life right. You will be so surprised the things that you thought you couldn't do because you have a clear mind. Now you're like, how did I do this? You can do so much more than you think. So much. You are so stronger. You are so capable of doing so many things. But if you're not in the right mind space, then you will not get to do those things, but you can do it. So that is my encouragement for you, is to get your mind right so that you can get your life right in 2026. Please remember to like and share this video, and I will see you in my next one.